So when you earlier you had mentioned that early on you saw in New York there was issues between the Latinos and the Morenos, right?
Mm-hmm.
What was that weird to you when you first got introduced to that? Like, what was your reaction to that?
I was part of that. You know, because I did shows with Annex, with Phaedra Star, and with the Bros. You know, Hector Torres. He used to be like one of the leaders for my nation from the LK and shit. So we were with Tone. They would put all the brothers that rap to bring us to the universities and show them how we do the Latino flows and how how you freestyle. So I was doing that with the Bros, and they try to bring Big Pun. So Pun was gonna come to do the like Kings and Blood unity that day. I remember to because there was a lot of stuff going on. So we did it to make a peace so everybody could be peaceful, make music. So Pun came with some dude named Chico. Goya no Chico, I think. He fucked with Cuban. And then he's like, yo, I can't perform. I have to go to the studio and do something. So my man Hector Torres was like, yo, can you do a freestyle for Pun? And I did some fast shit. Like, toda la persona que se mete en la zona de la masacre disparando la cabeza. Si tú quieres meterte en mi camino, tú no sabes que yo tengo el estilo divino que no puedo conmigo. And that nigga was like, yo, you should go. That's not a tongue twister. Pun told me you should call yourself the Machine Gun. I'm like, no, my rap name is Secret Weapon, but my street name, my kid name is Reychesta, which people don't know that they think that Reychesta is my rap name. That's not my rap name. That's my street name, like my tag.
Mm.
My rap name is Secret Weapon, but I use both. You get me? So
Right.
Big Pun tells me, like, yo, you should call yourself La Metralleta. And I'm like, yo, Pun, can I take a picture with you? And he's like, yeah, take a picture. I took the picture. I was so nervous that that shit came out mad blurry. So like I didn't even. It was those stupid cameras. You have to press the button and shit until the light turns red. And I'm waiting for the stupid light. I was so nervous just to be with Punk because I already knew who Punk was. So he's like, yo, you should call yourself La Metralleta. So I took that shit like um like to hype me up. You get me? That hyped me up so much. I went home and started writing. Like, damn, Punk told me that shit. I can't believe it. Like nobody will believe it. Then I ended up doing a song with his son Chris Rivers and shit. But Chris Rivers don't even know that I never told him that. But it,
Wow.
it was it was real like that back in '98. That was back in '98. I'm telling you, '97. So it was a pleasure for me. And then I performed for him. They was like, yo, can you rap? Because Punk can perform. So Phaedra started this thing. And then I did a freestyle, the same thing I just did. I was like, what song I gonna do? They don't know my music. So like, no, we just gonna throw you a beat and you kill it. And I was like, all right, fuck it. They threw me a beat and I was just freestyling. And that's how I started getting the like the emotion and shit. Like the more shows I would do, the more better I would get. So that's what I tell the young kids. Like you cannot just think you're gonna come out and blow up in one day. You gotta practice, even if it's in the mirror in front of you in the room, and see what is it that you're doing bad or wrong. You gotta move to the side. Don't stand in the same place. Switch the flows. Don't talk about the same shit in every song. Try to flip it. Talk about different concepts and shit. Because you can't just talk about girls, or drugs. You gotta
Right.
do a song for the girls, for the streets, for your family.
Did you ever see Pun again after that?
No, that was the first time I met him, and the last time. Yeah.
Wow.
That
Okay.
was crazy. I met Joe. I met I met Cuban Joe after that, but I met Pun first. But that was because Hector Torres, rest in peace and shit, one of my bros and shit. But
How did you end up meeting Joe?
because we did the reggaeton Latino with Don Omar, with my
Hmm.
manager Boy Wonder, so I was in the video and shit. I come out in the video doing this. So when they was filming the part with Don Omar and Joe, I was there when the girl came. The Univision people came to put a part in the thing. But I already had worked with Cuban before that. That happened in the Chosen Few. I'm not with Chosen Few anymore.
Right, right. And
Like
we're
I
gonna get
decided to
into
go
all that.
dolo and shit.
We're gonna get into that. But
Mm-hmm.
what I had originally asked you was, you were talking about when you were younger, there was issues between the Morenos and the Latinos, and you guys would fight like after school, right?
Yeah,
Like, what
yeah.
was that like for you it's just moving to the US and you're seeing the divide right there between.
That shit started happening too when punk came out. Cause you even have Morenos pumping punk, some of them. But then you have other people that didn't like it, like, oh, play this shit, like, nah, we listening to this shit. Because I love DMX, you get me? So I would play DMX, right, right, and my niggas like, yo, why you playing that shit? Play punk. I'm like, nah, nigga, I play whoever I want to play because I like DMX too. But then everybody had their own, their own crowd. Like you have my blood niggas in the corner listening to DMX. Then you have my bros in the other corner listening to to punk. So I'm like, yo, what we all get together and we listen. We do a mix, we throw a little bit of punk, a little bit of DMX type of shit. We don't have to be like separate, like you over there smoking, we over here chilling. It's all love, It's all family type of shit. Like over here in Queens, we roll like that. But if you go to
Right.
the Bronx, Brooklyn, niggas is different. Niggas is like, who the fuck, bro, you here? You hear me? The niggas will flip on you quick. Like, who the fuck is this nigga? But over here, we just about music and shit. And I met Cuban through a brother named Cano that knows Goya and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And Paul Rilla, my man Paul Rilla.
Right.
He also, bro, they the one that introduced me to Cuban when we did the No Tiene Miedo song and shit, where my man Petey Crack came down.
And shout out to PD Crack too, man.
Shadow Philly in the house. I went to a nigga's crib over there in the Philly.